Hey, accidental spiritualist here, and I am in the process of getting some tomatoes canned. I've shown you some of my garden stuff and done videos about my pumpkins and squash and everything, but I didn't talk much about the tomatoes. So I have tomatoes in various stages here. I've got these blanching. They're just about ready to take off and put in some cool water. These are ready to boil and put them in a can. Oops, I'm steaming up my camera here. And then over here I have the cold water bath ready for the blanched tomatoes. And then I have some that have been blanched and peeled, ready to cut up and boil. Those have been cleaned up, ready to blanch. And these are tomatoes ready to be cleaned up that I haven't started yet. So, okay. When you blanch tomatoes, it makes them so much easier to peel. And you want to just barely bring them to a boil. That makes the skins really easy to peel them off. And like I say, these are just about ready to take off. As soon as they start to boil, I'm going to take them off and put them in the cold water. And then I'll be able to just peel them off and cut them up, which I've done with these. Back here, these are ready to boil. And I'm going to set you here while I get my tomatoes here. They're starting to boil. I'll show you here. You see the bubbles starting to come up there. So I'm going to take them off and dump them in the cold bath. I'll get my camera set here. And okay, and I'll show you how easy they are to peel. There's my knife. Ooh, they're still pretty hot here. I'm going to drain the hot water out and put some more cool in. You don't want to burn your fingers while you're peeling them, so you want to soak them in some cool water. And peel them. I just cut the tops out like that. And oops, I might have left these in just a bit long. They're getting a little bit floppy there to peel. You don't want all your juice running out of them when you peel them. But see how easy that comes off? And then this one is ready to cut up. And I will finish doing this. And I will show you when I get ready to do another step. I've got my jars are in the dishwasher washing. I had to shut it off while I did the video because it's pretty loud, but I'm going to start those back up, finish washing my jars. You always want to have nice clean jars for canning. And then I will show you the next step and check back with you here in a bit. Okay, accidental spiritualist here again, and I've got some more tomatoes cleaned up and in, And I'm going to turn the burner on high and get those start boiling. Here's the ones all cleaned up and cut up, ready to cook and be canned. And here is my mess in my sink. I gotta clean out my sink here. I'll just run that down the garbage disposal. And then we'll get ready for the next stage. I'm still waiting on my jars to get done in the dishwasher. But what I'm going to be doing is called hot packing. You can pressure can or you can hot pack tomatoes. I much prefer hot packing. I've never really done much pressure canning, and quite frankly, the high pressure of the canning stuff kind of scares me. So if I can at all hot pack it, I prefer to do that. I've got next to no money invested in hot packing other than for my jars and lids and stuff. And now these I'm going to need to clean up. I'm just going to pull the stems off of them like that and rinse them off good, and then I'll put them in the pan to get them blanched so they're ready to peel them. You know, I've got two different types of tomatoes. I got some yellow tomatoes here. Then I've just, you know, what I've got over here and getting ready to blanch are red tomatoes. To me, they taste just as good either way. I mix them up a lot of times and I'll put the yellow ones in with the red ones, but since I've got so many yellow ones this time, I'm just going to can them separately, I guess. And it doesn't really matter if they're just a little less acid in the yellow ones. So if people have stomach trouble or something, yellow ones usually are the preference. But okay, I'm still waiting on my jars, and I'm going to keep cleaning, and I will be back. Hey, Accidental Spiritualist back. And I have a pan of tomatoes boiling really nicely. They've been boiling about maybe 5 minutes. I have some canning jars in a large pan boiling. That is the secret to hot packing. It's called hot packing because you do everything hot. So, okay, I'm going to get ready here, and we're going to fill a jar, and I'll show you how I do all that. I have here just a top off a juice jar that I'm going to use as a funnel. I have my ladle here ready. Okay, so I'm going to take the lid off of that, grab me out a jar. I've got some tongs. Out, bring it over here. I've got some old towels set down to try to keep things clean, and put my makeshift funnel in there, and I'm just gonna fill the jar. And I could spend some money and get some fancy stuff, but my little funnel, homemade funnel, works pretty good. So, okay, that one's full. Set it down, and then you want to make sure and clean anything that's slopped from around the top, because that's how it seals. And I've got brand new flats. You never reuse flats. You always buy brand new each year. And then a ring. Put it down tight. And set it off to the side. And I'm going to continue, and I'll show you what I've got when I get done. Okay, I got that pan finished. I got 5 pints of diced tomatoes out of that one pan. And I've got still that many to dice up of tomatoes. And I've got a full pan back here of the yellow tomatoes, and I've got a pan boiling here, the last of the red. So I'm getting about 5 pints per pan, so I figure I've got 2 pans here, 5 over there, and probably at least a pan left to dice over in the sink. So I'm thinking I'm going to have about 20 pints there, or approximately. So anyway, I could have, pureed them or made juice or done something, but we like the diced tomatoes. That's what we always use in our chilies and goulashes and spaghettis and stuff like that. So anyway, I am going to finish up here, get everything done, and I'll check back with you one more time. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, I am back, and here is my finished products. I ended up with a total of about 21 pints. I used every single pint jar I had in my house here. Apparently I need to get some more pint jars, and then move to quart jars. And now as they sit here and cool, I've been listening to them pop as they seal. When they seal, the center of the lid dips down. Whereas these that I've just done, I'm not going to pop them because sometimes they stay down and they're not actually sealed if you push down on them. But when they're not sealed, they have a little give. And I was hoping maybe one of them would pop here so you could hear it pop while I was recording, but apparently they're not going to. But I love to sit and listen to them pop. It's a very satisfying sound when you hear the pops, knowing that all your hard work is going to be preserved and you're going to have all this food to get you through the winter time. Now in the olden days that was very important, because that was the only food they had available to them, was what they could preserve in the fall. Nowadays, oh, there one popped. I killed enough time. That's the sound of the pop as it seals. It sucks that center down in and it makes a popping noise. And so we're going to have some fresh homegrown, home-canned tomatoes for this winter. And that is what I've got for you for this time, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.